tonight a little bit about our business and products, a bit about business opportunity and some of the sort of research behind the products as well, so you can find out a bit more about what's involved. And also about how you can start your own online business as well. There's never been a better time to be getting started. I feel like that's such a cheesy thing to say. Everyone's like, got to start right now. But honestly, at the moment, you know, the figures are sort of speak for themselves. You know, we're sort of like 100% up on last month, which is crazy. And, you know, like everyone's at home right now. They're online, they're on their phones, they're focused on improving their health. You know, how many people on the call tonight are at home wanting to get healthier and focusing on improving their health or their diet? You know, it sort of speaks for itself. And at the same time, about a plan B income, so an extra revenue stream coming in every single month, and something that you can do from home, which is perfect because we're all at home. So we're going to dive straight in with the lovely Paula, who is going to be presenting our products this evening, just to give you a bit of an ins and outs, and she's absolutely incredible. So welcome, Paula. I don't know if she's here. Is Paula on?
I'm here.
Oh, there you go. Sorry.
Hi. How are you guys? Hope you're well. Hi, Sarah. So yeah, as Sarah said, I'm just going to dive straight in. So I just wanted to share with you our wonderful Juice Plus products. Now, I've been taking them for 6 years now almost, and honestly, I don't know what I did without them. I have so much more energy. I've had more energy since I started taking them. I feel like I just feel like I should feel, if you know what I mean. Whereas before I used to always be feeling tired and just kind of, you know, you get those kind of afternoon dips. I don't get those anymore. I haven't had one day sick since I started taking them, and neither has my 11-year-old daughter. And I honestly feel better than what I've ever felt. So I absolutely love the products. The first time I heard about them, which I'm sure a lot of you this evening it might be the first time you've heard of them. And I just remember thinking, that just makes perfect sense to me. Fruits and vegetables in capsules, I mean, it just makes absolutely perfect sense. We all know that the more fruits and vegetables that we eat, the healthier we are. And especially in, you know, today's times where, you know, there's this virus going around, and you know, our products have got so much science behind them, which I'll go through them as well, but they help to boost the immune system as well. So the more fruits and vegetables we eat, the better. It's not always easy to get fruits and vegetables, especially now where it's limited, you know, you can't really get to the supermarkets as easily. And, you know, you certainly wouldn't be getting 30 fruits and vegetables every single day like you do with a Juice Plus. So I'll move on to the next slide. And I'll just share with you, we just have, like, I've just kind of covered this really, we just have 30 raw fruits and vegetables in our products. So if you just move on, please, James. So here you go, 87.4% of adults are not getting enough vegetables in their body every single day. 59% aren't getting enough fruits. And you can see here on the other side, children, a staggering 96% of children are not getting enough vegetables in their diet, and 70% of fruits, which means that they're not as healthy as they should be. And we all know that, you know, ill health is, you know, cancers and all the diabetes and heart disease, all these kind of things. A lot of ill health can be prevented through a healthy diet, and plants are the #1 thing that we should be getting more of, with all the phytonutrients and all the wonderful antioxidants that are in fruits and vegetables. So you can see here, we really do need to find a way to bridge that gap, which is where Juice Plus comes in absolutely perfectly. Thanks, James. So we've got here, we've got our fruits and our vegetables and our berries. We've got 10 fruits here. We've got, you can read here, apple, orange, pineapple. So every single day you're getting these into your body. So, you know, when was the last time you had an apple, an orange, pineapple, cherries, peach, on one single day? And on top of that, 10 vegetables. So you're getting kale and cabbage and broccoli and spinach and all these vegetables in your body every single day that help to prevent your body from getting sick. And with the berries, we've got here, it's 10, 11 berries in the berry capsules. And these are absolutely fantastic for strengthening the immune system. They're brilliant for hair, nails and skin. So girls, if you're thinking of, you know, buying expensive creams, just like feed yourself at a cellular level with antioxidants and berries, and you'll get all that in these. Anyone who takes these, their skin is improved, their hair is improved, their nails are much better, and also they're fantastic for energy as well. Thanks, James. So there we go. We've got the fruits and vegetables and berries, a variety there of 30 into your bloodstream every single day. They work their magic at a cellular level and flood the body with what it needs. And so we're just bridging the gap with what we should eat and what we don't eat. Thanks, James. So how's Juice Plus made? So we've got farms all over the world that are specializing in, you know, so here we've got, I think this is Bill, the cranberry grower, the cranberry farmer, and he grows his farm will grow our cranberries, and they grow them so they go to they're at their ripe nutrition. So when you see them in the supermarket, maybe that's a distant memory of it being in a supermarket, and your bananas are a little bit green, you know, they're not quite ready. Whereas here, we grow them until they're at their peak ripeness. So you're getting all the nutrients that you need from your fruits and vegetables. And then they juice them at a speed that keeps the goodness in. They dry them at a temperature that keeps the goodness in, or the nutrients in. They take away the water, the fiber, and the sugar, so they're fantastic for people with diabetes. And then they dry them and they then encapsulate them. So what you're getting is not all the sugar and all the water, you're just getting the goodness, the nutrition that you need into your body. And anyone that wants to see a video of how they're made in more detail, it's absolutely fascinating. You'll see how much quality goes into them. They're just raw fruits and vegetables. Thanks, James. So on top of the capsules, Juice Plus are absolutely passionate about helping and inspiring healthy living all around the world, not just for adults, but for children as well. So because you saw the numbers just there, the percentages of, you know, the lack of what people are actually eating in nutrition and fruits and vegetables. And Juice Plus make it easy by giving the children of the adult who's bought the capsules, theirs absolutely free, and they can choose to get them in capsule in chewable form. So instead of your children eating they think they're eating sweets, but they're actually having their fruits and vegetables in little gummies. I think they might be on the next slide. Thanks, James. So there you go. So you can see here, you get these little pouches here, and they're full of 30 raw fruits and vegetables and berries. So they're getting all the nutrients from the fruits and vegetables, but in little sweeties. They're just more like wine gums. I mean, I can't buy them because I just eat them. I could eat a bag of them in like 2 days. Thanks, James. Next slide. So more than 1.5 million children have taken part in this children's health study and the family health study. They're backed by over 20 years of results, and they enable every participant to, so every person who takes part in this will just sign every 4 months, just like how their child has benefited, and a staggering 96% of children have benefited with their nutrition. And they're absolutely free for up to 4 years, from the age of 4 up to the age of 21 if they're in full-time education. So absolutely fantastic way to get your child or your teenager to have their fruits and vegetables. And you can see here the results from taking the children taking their Juice Plus. And so you've got, you can see here, I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I can't see because all your little photos are covering this, but you can see here, you know, 89% more aware of their health, 71% drinking more water, 61% eating more fruits and vegetables, because what you put into your body craves. So by putting all these nutrients into your body at a cellular level, your body starts craving more. And you'll see a lot of most parents that participate in this and their children taking these will say, my child is now asking for broccoli, my child is now asking for spinach. And it's just like, wow, they never ate fruits and vegetables before. Next slide, please, James. So it's not just us saying how wonderful the products are. They're backed by almost 40 gold standard clinical studies all over the world. So as I said before about the immune health, which is particularly important at the moment, we've got 4 studies that show that they help to strengthen the immune system. They help to protect the DNA, they help with skin health, which is, like I was saying before about the, you know, we call it the Juice Plus Glow. Everybody who takes them, they have really good skin. But in particular, you know, other things can happen like skin issues. My father had eczema for 20 years. He started taking the Juice Plus capsules, and after 3 months, his eczema cleared up. We can't make any claims at all, but we can just say if you're supporting your body with the nutrients it needs at a cellular level, all sorts of amazing things happen. Here we've got dental health, and also it helps to protect oxidative stress as well. So there's almost 40, so you can have a look at those by the person who put you on the call this evening. Next slide, please, James. So we've got, you can see here, there's just a selection of the studies from all over the world. So over 20 years of or more than 30 studies all over the world in top universities and hospitals. You can see the publications that they're in. So they, you know, the top of the range studies. Next slide, please, James. So on top of the fruits and vegetables and berries, we've got the omegas. Now everybody knows that we need to take omegas. Omegas, our body doesn't make omega. We've got to take it through our diet. And the most supplement that people normally take, the most popular or the kind of all-star one that people used to take, is the omega-3 and the fish oils. But the problem you've got there is you've got the mercury and the toxins, the plastics and everything else. And also for people who don't want to have something that's gone through a fish, then, you know, it's not a good choice. Well, with our Juice Plus, it's 100% plant-based. So you've got here, I'll run through it on another slide, but there's 5 omegas here, all from plants. So we cut out the fish, and we go straight down to like the algae oil and all the other different oils that you'll go through on the next slide. Thanks, James. So you've got here, the algae oil, that's what you would get through your omega-3, pomegranate seed oil, sea blackthorn berry oil, raspberry seed oil, safflower oil, and tomato seed oil. So all the oils that get you the most omegas, and we've got omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So you're not just taking omega-3 or omega-9, which is what you most popularly see in the shops. These are, you know, the 5 omegas in all the right ratio. And if you don't know what omegas are good for, they're fantastic for brain health, to help with you know, Alzheimer's, you know, help to support your brain, joints, skin, eye health, and cardiovascular health, and your general health, but they're the kind of the main things. Thanks, James. So on top of the capsules, we've also got the complete. Now the complete is an amazing range, and it just means complete meal. So basically what you've got here is high quality plants made of old superfoods made into a meal, basically. So you've got the bars, the soup, and the shakes, and they've got plant proteins, carbohydrates from root vegetables, fats, vitamins, and minerals. So basically, if it was on a plate, it would have everything your body needs for a highly nutritious meal, but it's in one of these, a shake or a soup or a bar. Next slide, please, James. So you've got here, we've got the shakes. If you haven't tried the shakes, they're absolutely amazing. 6 years later, I'm absolutely obsessed still. I'll have at least two a day. I make chocolate with it. I do everything with it. I put a scoop in everything almost. And they give you so much energy. They help to make you feel full for longer. But you can have them as a healthy breakfast. I have mine for my breakfast, keep you going for hours. You can have them for on the go, when we used to go on the go. Pre and post workout, they've got almost 20 grams of plant protein. They've got almost 20 of the fruits and vegetables from the like I showed you before with the capsules, and they're healthy. They're safe for people, pregnant people, breastfeeding. They're just a really healthy choice of a meal, and they're so quick and easy as well. And you can see here they come in little sachets as well as the big pouch there. Thanks, James. So as I covered here, basically you can just, I've covered that, you can just have them, they're just convenient. You make them in a minute and you drink them in a minute, and you can add lots of fruit in if you want, other vegetables, or you can just have it as it is with plant milk or regular milk. Next slide, please, James. And also we've got the Lift. If you haven't tried the Lift is absolutely amazing. The Lift is for people who want an instant energy, right? But it's all natural. There isn't any chemicals in there. There isn't any added sugar, and the caffeine is just from a plant. So it's just completely natural, and you just get an instant lift, and it's full of vitamin Bs, which help to give you the energy and help to just give you the energy that you need in a natural lift. Thanks, James. And so you can see here it's made from essential B vitamins, mango, guava, and lemon peel, and the natural caffeine is from a yerba mate plant, and they're absolutely delicious. You just mix them in some water, and off you go. You just suddenly get an instant lift. They're fantastic. But again, all natural. But you're adding nutrition to your body. You're not taking it away with something like, you know, a regular kind of Red Bull or anything like that. Next slide, please, James. And so also as well for people who, sports people, a lot of Olympic teams and elite athletes all over the world take our products as their chosen nutrition, either with the capsules or the shakes. And they get amazing results, and they're completely safe. We've got certified from the Informed Choice that they're completely safe. So anyone who has any kind of, you know, doping test or anything, they'll be absolutely clean with our products. So there we go. We've got the capsules. They're there to maintain your daily support. I call them my nutritional safety belt. They're my, you know, nutrition. They're my health insurance. You've got the complete is your control. So they're good for weight loss as well. If you want to use it as a meal replacement for weight loss, people get absolutely amazing results. So it's either maintenance or weight loss, or, you know, for all the other nutritionally balanced meal. And then the Lift is just for performance, just as a natural lift. Thanks, James. And I think we're done, are we? Yep, there we go. So if you haven't tried the products, I highly recommend you give them a go. They are absolutely amazing. Everybody gets some kind of results, like different times, but everyone will feel something. They're absolutely fantastic. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Paula. Absolutely amazing, as always. And I think, you know, the products speak for themselves. If you're not on them, get on them. I'll put it so bluntly like that. You know, they do make you feel amazing. The lifts at the moment, I mean, I'm a huge fan of all our products. If you hear me if you've seen me do a sort of a live video, every product that I use, I'm like, this is my favourite product. No, this is my favourite product, because it's so hard to choose, because they're all amazing and they all have different benefits. But at the moment, for me, the lifts, you know, whilst you're on lockdown, you've sort of lost all recollection of what date and time it is. The kids might be up through the night, so having your lifts there and your capsules and your shakes is just an absolute godsend. So yeah, I would be absolutely lost without my products. Up next, we're going to have the lovely Shani, who's going to share her sort of product and business journey. A bit unexpected for her tonight. I was like, Shan, do you want to jump on? But this business is all about really growing your confidence and stepping out of your comfort zone. So are you there, Shan? There she is. Hi.
Hi, everyone. This is so last minute. I've literally had like less than an hour to prepare. I don't have no notes. So I do apologise in advance, but I will just get straight into it.
Go, Shani.
I'm actually really nervous, and I do this like every month at like a local event. I'm nervous to talk to my camera. But yeah, thank you for asking me to speak on tonight's call, Sar. So I will start off with my product journey. I started on the products about 4 years ago now, so 2016, end of 2016, and I started on the products. I originally started on the shakes, the boosters, and the capsules. So going back previous to not being on the products, I'm a stay-at-home mum. I've got 4 children. I have a condition that's called a combined immune deficiency. So what that means is I don't produce enough white blood cells. So if I catch the common colds that like the children bring home from school and things like that, I end up with chest infections. I end up with, you name it, I get sepsis. I end up in hospital. I've been in intensive care, in HDU, pretty much like on and off and on the wards and stuff like that all my life. So 2016 was the worst year by far. It was April, and I remember I was feeling fine. I woke up one morning, I had a really, really sore throat, and I just knew that it was not going to be something I could just manage at home. And within about 3 to 4 hours, I was in A&E in resus. I actually ended up in intensive care for 3 days, and then I was on the wards. And this happened in the space of 6 months 3 times. So April it happened, then it happened again in May, and then it happened again in September. And it was awful. It was the worst time I could ever go through. I'm so used to being ill anyway, but being in intensive care and HDU just took me to a whole new low sort of thing. I was really down, I was depressed. I've been on so many different medications. I was constantly on antibiotics. I was taking regular infusions every 3 weeks at the hospital to sort of boost my immune system and everything, and nothing was really working, and I just hit rock bottom. So I came across products, as most of us probably have, is on Facebook or social media, and I just thought, just give it to me, please. I'll do anything. I'm down, I'm depressed, I'm fed up with feeling the way I'm feeling. I can't do nothing. This is no life for me and my children. You know, my eldest daughter, God bless her, she's an angel. She knows to call the paramedics for me because no, I can't speak. She's so good. And I just wanted a new lease of life. So I started on the products. I wanted to initially lose a little bit of weight from having children, as we all probably do, and just boost my whole entire health. Within about 6 weeks of being on the premium capsules, I felt so much more energized. I was doing everything that a mum should be doing. I wasn't worried about getting ill. I was sort of just forgot about it, to be fair. And I carried on taking them religiously every single day. I would never go without them. And then fast track to 2017, I only was admitted to hospital once. And that was just a miracle for me. That has never happened in all my life. I've always been in hospital more than once in like a year's slot. So 2017, I ended up in hospital once. In 2018, I ended up in hospital once again at Christmas. And in 2019, I went the whole year. I wasn't ill once. I didn't get admitted to hospital. I went all the way through. In the 27 years that I've been here, I've never, ever done that. It was I can't express that feeling. And the only thing I've done, and I'm not trying to make no medical claims of it, but that's the only thing I did, is really looked after my health. I took these capsules every single day religiously, and these are just my results and how I felt from them. And unfortunately, I was ill at the beginning of this year, and I did end up in hospital again, but it's nowhere near as bad as what it was. And this whole product has just changed my life. So I say all the products are my favorite, but the capsules are hands down my favourite products. So I thought, how could I not want to share this with other people? If I can feel this good, I imagine how this could feel for somebody else. So I jumped onto the business back in 2018. It's actually nearly 2 years next month. And I've never looked back, really. I just love to share how amazing it makes me feel and how I can help other people. And it literally gives you that freedom, because I could never go to work. I couldn't, no one wanted to employ me. I was too unreliable. One day I'd be fine, next day I'm ill. Like, you know, I just couldn't do it. And I do have 2 children that have special needs. So, you know, I needed to be there for them. You know, I don't miss nothing now. You know, I can work from home. I can work from kids' school, wherever I am, I can still work on my business in my time around the kids, you know. And I just say this business is for everyone. You know, if you can just commit 1 hour a day, whether it's 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon, 20 minutes in the evening, but we can all do this business. This business is for everybody. Busy mums like myself with 4 children on my own, you know, busy people in general, like this business is just amazing. So I cannot recommend this enough. So yeah, that's just a quick brief thingy. I'm so nervous.
Oh, Sean, you're amazing.
I'm actually sweating like my palms are
Well
sweating.
done. Thank you so much. I know I'm terrible being last minute, but you were absolutely amazing. You had no reason to be nervous whatsoever. You're an absolute pro.
I literally had like 5 minutes, put some makeup on. I look like a wreck.
I know, I'll be more organised. I probably won't, but yeah. No, do you know what? I think it's so true. I love having these different testimonies on, because testimonials even, I think it's so nice to hear from different aspects of the business as well. So, you know, Shani's a true example of fitting this business in around, you know, in limited time and in a crazy circumstance. I know, you know, I've got 2 children at home and it's crazy, so I can only imagine having 4 children at home, and Shani is just having the most incredible month. Now she's on track to reconfirm position for a £250 bonus and then go straight for the next one, which is a £750 bonus as well, and she's doing that whilst on lockdown with 4 children. So if Shani can do it, anyone can do it. Well done, Sean. Thank you. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my business journey now. I won't keep you too long, because I'm sure some of you have probably heard it quite a few times. My business journey started 4 years ago now, which is so strange. And I actually missed my business anniversary, if that's even a thing, because it just doesn't seem like it's been 4 years. It really doesn't. It's just absolutely flown by. But I came across this business when I really truly needed it. I was desperate for it. I was overweight, I was depressed, I had no social life, I was isolating myself, which is a bit ironic considering today's circumstances, and I just felt like I'd lost myself a bit, like I had no purpose really, you know, away from my children obviously. So I think sometimes when you, or from my personal perspective anyway, when you become a mum for the first time, it's quite lonely, and it's just quite, it's a really big change as well. I'd also had to stop working, so I'd had to leave my job after my son received an autism diagnosis. And I'd always been really career orientated. I'd always been really ambitious. I always knew that I wanted to be successful and have my own income and be independent or have my own business, and just felt like a lot of that had been taken away from me. So yeah, I was really desperately looking for a business opportunity, but I had no money. I had no funds to start up a traditional business. You know, it costs a fortune if you want to open a traditional business. You've got your expenses, your overheads, your rent, or all the other things that are involved in that. So I just didn't have the money to start up a traditional business. So when I came across Juice Burst, it was absolute perfect timing for me. I needed to lose weight, I needed more energy, I needed better health, and I definitely needed more money. Yeah, we all do. So it's combining everything for me. I was in loads of debt. Loads of credit card debt from being really irresponsible when I was younger. I don't know if you've ever heard of like Capital One and Vanquise and, you know, payday loans, whatever it was, you name it, I'd had it when I was younger. And, you know, you don't realise that one day you might have to pay this back. So I was literally just used to dread the postman coming. I'd be like, please no, you know, if you just walk past my house, I'd be like, yes, it's a good day today. But, you know, when I was younger, I was in a hostel when I was 16. I had my first flat when I was about 17 or 18, and I had no way of financing that. So these were all things that at the time I needed to just sort of decorate and to get me by. So, but here I was, you know, unemployed, no income, lots of debt, and just no way of being able to pay that back. So that's why it came across at a perfect time for me, because it was something that I could do from home. It only cost me 50 quid to get started. So it just all sort of felt like it was perfect. So I eventually got started after hearing loads of success stories. But it did take me 8 months to say yes. And the reasons being for that is because I was so nervous. I was suffering really badly with depression, and I just had no confidence. Like I said, I'd been isolating myself, and I just thought, I can't do that. I see other people doing it and they're really good at it, but I can't do that. You know, I'm going to be rubbish. Everyone's going to laugh at me. I'm not going to get any customers. You name it, I thought it. I wouldn't even get on one of these calls. So if you're on the call tonight, well done, and thank you for joining, because I know for me it was really overwhelming. I was just like, no, I can't do it. But I obviously did eventually say yes after 8 months. And this business has absolutely changed everything for me. I have built a huge team. I've had hundreds of customers, and I get to be a full-time mum and still earn a full-time wage, which is just, you know, an absolute godsend. I don't know if anyone else has got a child who is on the spectrum or who's got, you know, special needs. It does mean that your sort of work options are massively limited. So being able to have this full-time income and still be at home every single day, you know, for the kids, it's just, it really is a godsend. And I've built my confidence back up massively compared to where I was 4 years ago when I first started. And I have a social life again, which is not to be taken for granted if you're a mum. Sorry, if you're a dad as well, maybe. I don't know. I'm not being... but yeah, you know, we have incredible events. We have massive conventions twice a year. We have our event like this, but we normally host it in person once a month. We have team meets probably 2 or 3 times throughout the week. So, you know, we're always doing something. So for me, my business is not just, you know, my income, it's everything altogether. It's our friends, it's our social life, it's my support network. It's just where we have so much fun, and it just so happens to be my business at the same time. So I definitely feel like I've got purpose again, and I'm not just mum. I'm a business owner too, successful business owner, so I'm very large jar. But I've also cleared all of my debts thanks to this business, which is just incredible. I would never have had a chance to do that previously with no income. So there's no more Capital One, no more Banquise. I'll never go there again. I'm never going to get another credit card, and I don't dread the postman anymore sometimes. But you know, in general, I quite like the postman. But it's just the best feeling to get paid every single month and know that that money's yours and you haven't got to pay it out to all these different people. And that's what this business has done for me. My next promotion, I hate saying it because it's getting quite close. Yeah, anyway, we'll skim past that. But my next promotion comes with a bonus of £3,600, and the one after that is a bonus of £7,200. So the bonuses start at £50 and they go all the way up to £40,000. So it really is life-changing money that is just there for the taking. You just got to, you know, work hard and commit to your business and just go for it. But other than the financial side of things, the other benefits have been much more important for me. So, you know, I've lost 5 stone. I'm no longer depressed. I have some wobbly days, but majority of the time I'm no longer depressed. My confidence is boosted, and I just feel like I'm back to the old Sarah again. So this business has just absolutely changed everything for me, and I do appreciate it so much more. I mean, I've always been appreciative of the fact that I get to work from home, but now obviously, you know, with everything that's going on at the moment, we've gone from a 2-income family to a 1-income family, and my business solely is supporting us all. Which, you know, to be able to do that, I do feel really proud that I can do that for the whole family just because of this Juice Plus business that I started 4 years ago, and so many people laughed at me and said, it's a fad, it's rubbish, it's this, it's that. Well, now this business is supporting my whole family 4 years later. So just really briefly, if you're on the call and you're thinking, how do I get started? I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's £50 to start your business, as I said. It takes 2 minutes to get signed up. Whoever invited you onto the call can send you a link. You can get signed up in a matter of minutes. You will receive your login details for your own online office where you can place orders and sign team members up, again, in a matter of minutes. We don't handle any stock. We don't handle any cash. We don't do any deliveries because I'm far too unorganised for that. Literally, you would place the order on your online office. The products are shipped directly to your customers, and you don't have to sort of get involved in any of that. So there's no stock, no cash, and no risk. You quite simply use the products, share your journey and refer people to the business, and you get paid on the 10th of every single month. So that is a bit of a skim through on the business plan without going into too much detail. So I'm going to invite on the beautiful Santa, who's here to share her business journey. Thank you so much for coming on again, honey.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. I do appreciate. I feel privileged to be back here again. So hi everyone. So my name is Santa. I've been in this business now for just over a year, and I have met the beautiful Sarah. Actually, one of no, it was at the head office for the QNMD school, which is amazing. So yeah, why did I start the business? I started the product. I fell in love with the product. Honestly, like Paula was saying before, they are incredible. So I'm not going to rave about them anymore, because I think we all kind of heard the product story. But I was offered the business opportunity after some time being on the product. And I think, like most of us, I was very skeptical. I didn't really know anything about network marketing, and I had a very successful job. So I was in recruitment for 9 years, had this amazing job on the paper and from outset, and everybody thought that was this very successful business lady. I'm also a mum of one, and it's just me and Alex. And I totally refuse to say single mum. I'm a mum. But yeah, so it's me and Alex, and I had this incredible job working in recruitment, worked my way up to director, and it was a very busy job. So I was constantly on the go, leaving early. So Alex was in the school, in breakfast club, in after school club. So I wasn't present mum, but I had the good job. I had a nice lifestyle, you know, holidays, Dubai, Miami, you name it. We kind of traveled the world. But when I got to the stage last year, after 9 years in recruitment, I kind of hit kind of rock bottom, I said a little bit, I guess. And I asked myself question, can I imagine myself doing the same job for next 10 years? And the answer was no. And it wasn't because I didn't love the job. The job was great. You know, I love working with schools and teachers. But the amount of stress and everything you're constantly under, you constantly, like some days I spend more time driving than actually being at home. And that was difficult. So I wanted something new, and I started looking around, and everything that I looked, asked for experience, asked for, I don't know, piece of paper. You know, there was loads of things, like obstacles that I hit. So this opportunity came, and I thought it's perfect. I can manage to still keep my job and actually, you know, try out. And I'm one of these people that don't listen to anybody's opinion. I just want to try for myself. So I started literally within a couple of weeks. I realized, oh my God, this is actually incredible and is a real thing, is not a scam, and it's not a pyramid scheme. And I don't know if you can see me. I was doing a Zoom call before, and I actually draw this pyramid scheme. That was my job. So I was working at the top, and I was obviously training like trainee consultants, etc. And that is actual pyramid, where our system is really kind of goes that way. You know, everyone can get to the top. So that obviously, you know, is the difference in this business. So once I got my head around this massive opportunity, I thought, okay, well, I've got nothing to lose, and I can see like my way out of recruitment. And literally within a couple of months, I was in position to leave my job. Now I'm working this from home full time around my little one, and obviously at the moment I don't have to panic about lockdown, about being at home, because this is what I do, and I can travel the world and take my pocket business around. But like Sarah said, you know, it's not just about the money. And I think sometimes we start for inspiration or desperation, and it doesn't matter which way you kind of at the moment in your life. You know, there is a place for every single one of you. And the things that I have personally achieved with this business, you know, like let's put the money aside, is the friendships, is my confidence, it's my self-esteem, energy. Honestly, that's like second to none. And not in my like 9 years in recruitment I have achieved what I've achieved here. So any of you out there, you know, thinking about it, honestly, you know, don't think, you know, there is absolutely, I think, zero risk. It's more to gain than lose. you know, all you're going to do is be happy, more positive, and earn money. Honestly, it's like win-win situation. So yeah, that's kind of from me, and I'm super excited about my kind of, you know, future with this amazing company, and my next bonus, 7,200. Not that I'm, you know, looking forward to that. Well, I am. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Santa. I love that. And like I said earlier, it's so nice to hear these stories from different perspectives as well. So, you know, whether, say with Shani, she's a full-time stay-at-home mum and she's running this business, and then Santa started this business because she had a successful career, but you really wanted some more time at home, and you've managed to achieve that thanks to this business. Thank you very much for jumping on again. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
And last but not least, our wonderful James, who is going to, it's nice to hear from a man, isn't it? We think that it's just women in our business. There are some men here too. You're muted, James.
Oh yeah, okay. Hi everyone, and thank you, Santa, thank you, Sarah, thank you everyone for coming on the call. Thank you for the lovely presentation from Paula earlier. Just to say very quickly my story, that I have been involved with the company since 1989, long time. But it's just been the most fantastic experience and fantastic journey. And I think really the best is yet to come. You know, the company recently had a huge investment from private equity. I won't say how much it is, but it's absolutely massive. And they consider us to be the 50-year-old startup. So we've been running for 50 years, but now we are embarking on huge world expansion. And it's just so exciting to see that really everyone is ready for what we're doing right now. Anyway, just to say my story. So I saw this in 1989, and when I saw it, I was like, oh gosh, I absolutely love this, but I don't know if I can do it. But one thing really captivated me was the whole concept of freedom. I could see an opportunity where I would never have to work again. Now, I know that sounds strange because obviously we do work in the business, but it's so full of passion what we do that it's no longer work anymore. It's a vocation. So I saw a way that I could run my own time, run my own life, and not be beholden to someone else. And I'd already worked for 2 years, and at the age of whatever I was then, about 27, I thought I just don't want to work for anyone else. I just didn't like the concept. So for me, this was like absolutely fantastic. So amazing things have happened to me since I've been involved, but you know what's really interesting is the top earner in the UK started in 2011, and I firmly believe that the top earner in the company has yet even to be brought into the company. So you know, obviously we've got countries like India, China, you know, the world is our oyster. But I just tell one very it's a simple story. For me, you know, when I first saw this, I thought, wow, you know, I can do so much with this, and I had a goal. Well, I had a friend who had an apartment overlooking the river in Fulham and down by like Fulham Broadway. And I remember I used to go to his apartment sometimes. We used to chat about business and everything. And I used to look at his apartment and I thought, wow, I really like this great view of the river. Such a cool place. So I put down a goal, and this was in about 1991, that I would like an apartment overlooking the river. In 1993, I bought a 5-bedroom house overlooking the river in Hammersmith, and that was just an amazing experience. So for everyone, and from this business, and so for everyone looking at this tonight for the first time and thinking, oh, maybe I could achieve some big things with this. Maybe my big dream could come true with this. Maybe I could own my own life. Well, what you have seen here tonight is the real deal. And it just, you know, reminds me that over the next couple of days, we've got our big first digital conference that we've ever had in the US, and over the next 3 days. And it reminds me when I first went there to the US, seeing it for the first time, wondering, dreaming, but now really here it is. It's a reality. So you know, when I used to when I started this, when I was very young, my mother used to say to me, "Remember, James, money doesn't grow on trees." Now, obviously, our passion is to inspire healthy living around the world, but there is a lot of money and security to be had here.
Thank you so much, James. Amazing as always. And I always mean to tell you when you do your presentation that I was born in 1988. So you started this business when
You're a little tot.
Exactly. So you've been in this business for my whole life, which really does go to show you the longevity of this company, doesn't it? So thank you everybody for jumping on this evening. I really appreciate it. I hope you found it interesting. I hope it's answered all of your questions, but of course go back to the person who invited you onto this call. If you're ready to get signed up, they can send you over the link. If you have any questions, they will go through them with you. Thank you everybody, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.